welcome to Dits on YouTube. Welcome to the watch-along for SmackDown tonight. I'm just working out the kinks, trying to get it all loaded up, because as always, I am very last minute with these things. I have audio for SmackDown, at the very least. There we go. I think we're in. So yes, this is the first watch-along for Dits on YouTube, and we're seeing how things go this week. And we're just watching SmackDown together. That's what it's all about. Color coordinated. Not this, but the cap at the very least. So there is that. Does it ever make you... Does it ever make you go kind of... when there's no wrestling to kick off a wrestling show? I get that, you know, you have to have promos and stuff, but... I just like to find things to complain about, really. I love these two together. Initially, when they started, I wasn't really that interested, to tell you the truth. But I'm in. I'm in for it now. The stream this evening is sponsored by Balor Club. Okay, it's actually good that Jeff's coming out now, because we can get rid of all the alcohol bullshit now. This will always be a jam. Always. Gotta love it. I wonder if there's somebody off the side of like cue cards. Dance to Jeff's music. It doesn't have clip. If this is another music video, then count me in. Please be another music video. Ah. I need this caffeine. I don't know if anybody was around for the NXT live review I did this week. I had a power nap prior to that show, which turned into a full-on nap. So I missed a lot of the show. I was trying to live review a show that I was asleep for the majority of. It was interesting. Caffeine is my best friend for this. Especially if I'm going to stay awake through this farce. You know, I said this last week with this feud. I don't... Big picture, I can understand that there are TV shows, movies, all that kind of stuff that do these kinds of storylines. You know, it's part of what entertainment is, rightly or wrongly. So I'm not completely against this. But at the same time... I want it to be less about this now and just kind of move away from the alcohol, the drugs, the junkie. Just stop. And that was a surprising result. Who actually thought Sheamus was going to pick up that win at Backlash? Nobody. And it's annoying because I really, really like Sheamus. So, and these two could have a good rivalry. Just away from this stupid storyline. And this main evented SmackDown last week as well. Unbelievable. It makes me want to get my own bar. I would love to have my own bar in here. Like, what do you guys think of this storyline at the moment? I think this thing's been going on for what? 6-7 weeks now? Which is a decent amount of time to drag out a junky storyline. So, just shout out in the chat. We do have a... am I pointing in the right direction? We do have a chat box, so you can get involved. There you go. I was pointing in the right direction. We do have a chat box, so get amongst the chat. I'm obviously looking at the chat. I'm looking at SmackDown. And, yeah, we can have a conversation. That's what this is all about. We can enjoy SmackDown together. Have some good chat. Instead of a one-sided thing. Nobody's got time for one-sided comms. Which I realize is what most podcasting is. But this is live. Which means interaction. How long have Miz and Morrison got left together? The Nug, I do apologize if I've said that wrong. The Nug, I completely agree with that. Completely agree. Like they have to. Excuse me, I'm really relying on caffeine to get through this stream. But yes, you're absolutely right. I do hope that just, like I said, just get away from the drugs and the alcohol and the junkie and all that kind of stuff, and just make it about the wrestling. Just for Extreme Rules, which I assume is where this is going to go. I don't know if a match has been announced yet, but they could have a really good match together. I don't think that match at Backlash was that bad, actually, to be fair. I've now realized the fault in my beverage of choice this evening. Although it's great, because it's keeping me awake, it's hot. And this room is hot. So you put that together, it's a bit of a lethal cocktail. Do you think Miz deserves to be somewhere else at this point in his career? Because as a heel single star, he is fantastic. Same stuff he came out with prior to Backlash, and you lost, mate. Does Jeff believe the things that WWE are telling him to say? Is this story... I don't know, because I don't know anybody in this situation, but is this storyline going to help anybody who has got or had similar issues to Jeff? Such patronizing arseholes, these two. Good night, Ham. Have a good one, buddy. Oh my god. Jeff versus Sheamus in a bar fight. There we go. I tell you what, a bar fight isn't actually a bad thing, because I remember when the bar were just starting to form, Sheamus and Cesaro were in some kind of bar fight, and it was awesome. It was like a little skit that they did, and it was great. So let's do that. Unless you lose. Then you'll let me down. It's on. Jeff Hardy versus Morrison, please. Jeff Hardy versus Morrison. Give it to us now, please. And he's out. Not the chairs! There we go. We have our first advert break of the evening. One of the many problems of watching wrestling live. Obviously, I'm watching this in the UK. So anybody watching who's coming into the chat, any US people watching this, because do you have like picture-in-picture where you are? Or do you completely go away to commercials like we do here? Has anyone gone back and watched the Matt Riddle and Morrison match from last week? Just out of curiosity. I think I watched that again midweek, and it is as good as I remember it. It was very good. So while we have commercials running, guys, I'm going to drop a little trailer on you. Get ready for some mad production skills, because that's what it's all about. Here you go. Here's a trailer for my upcoming GM Mode series, which will be dropping on the Dits on Wrestling podcast next week. Hey, there we go. That worked. I think. I might be wrong. I don't know. It's annoying, though. The chat has disappeared. I'll have to work out how to actually transition between like little scenes on this Streamlabs OBS and maintain the chat. But I guess the chat's still here, so it might jump back across. We'll see. If it does, then great. Because I'll just keep dumping trailers on you for everything. Here's a trailer for episode 1 of the Dits on Wrestling podcast from 1 year ago. Please don't go back and listen to that. It is dreadful. The first episode of the Dits on Wrestling podcast is an absolute shit show. I apologize for swearing, but that is genuinely what it is. So bad. Not a long advert break. I'll take that. We're back in the midst of SmackDown. Okay, so we got Miz. We got Miz and Jeff. I'd rather Miz and Jeff and Morrison, but hey, here we go. This is the first time in like 2 or 3 years that I've actually watched back-to-back SmackDowns live. Let alone streaming live for it. In fact, that's the only reason I'm actually watching it live. I don't know if it's picking up on the mic, but if you're hearing like random noises in the background, I have a tortoise in here, and he's having like a little mad half an hour. I actually turned the light on to come in here and record. Or stream. And now he's going batshit. I may have to lose the cap. I may have to lose the SmackDown sponsored cap. It is hot in her. In fact, that's exactly what I'm doing. The cap is off. Click. Woo. SmackDown is so good that it has made me hot. Or it might be just because Morrison's at ringside. Woo! Hope my wife doesn't see that part. I'd be creeped out by that. To be fair, she knows my man crush is The Rock. I have man crushes. Oh. Better than energy drinks. Caffeine. Well, and obviously caffeine's the same. Coffee. I've seen the error of my ways. Although I miss my energy drinks. My mango energy drinks were superb. What a tasty treat. The liquids are depleting rapidly here. And I refuse to get up and go get more. Otherwise I'll have to put like a... Be right back. I remember trying to do a watch along for I think it was TLC WrestleMania 17 for the podcast, and I couldn't watch the wrestling. Twist of Fury, great. That was just a swinging neck breaker. How is that a Twist of Fury or Twist of Fate? Anyway, yeah, I struggle doing watch-alongs, is basically. So I don't know how this is coming across. If you're if you're in the chat, if you're watching along with me, then let me know. I will literally just chat shit for the next hour and a half, and then forget that wrestling's actually on, and just every now and then just glance over. So I hate adverts. This is the perk of watching watching this the day after, so I can just fast forward for all this stuff. Technology is amazing. I like I'm dancing along to these adverts, but chances are whoever's watching this and have got their own SmackDown coverage on, it's not going to be the same adverts. And like, he's dancing to like a mortgage lender advert or something. Yes, I am. Sergey. Again, that means nothing to a lot of people. Oh. Okay, so I'm just scrolling through Twitter to see what opinions are on the show so far. I'm pretty just I don't know if this is legit, but I'm pretty sure I've just seen something that says karaoke showdown tonight. Well, that's interesting. So going forward for these live streams, I think NXT will follow this format where we do a watch along. Obviously, just hit up the chat, all that kind of stuff, make it an interactive thing. Because I have work on Thursday, so it makes more sense just to run it, and so I'm not up until 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm up until 3 instead. But I'll probably go back to live reviews of SmackDown next week. It's a night of grudge matches. I haven't even watched Raw this week. Raw looks good. Unbelievable. You dirty heel. Disgusting. Miss Morrison. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Miss Morrison. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. There it is. I predicted the future. There you go. Still in my Spotify playlist, that. If Spotify decides to work. Trended all over Twitter earlier today. Spotify went down. I was actually gutted because I was actually looking to listen to some. Oh! Yeesh. That was rough. I find it odd how he is wrestling with that necklace. Surely they would look at that and go, that's a choking hazard. Let's not send him out there and potentially strangle the guy to death. The weakest high knee you will ever see. It's like being hit by a cushion. Oh, yeah. Shut up, Michael Cole. Right. So is it a twist of fury or a twist of fate? Are they two different things? God, I can't stand Michael Cole. He comes up with some stuff. Good to see the mask being worn. Good to see some masks on. I like it. That never connects. Daniel Bryan's last devastating kick never hits, and The Miz just did. The Miz is better than Daniel Bryan. We've just seen it right there. Hoocha. Just get a plug out, get those plugs out on social media. That's what it's all about. That'd hurt your ass. That jawbreaker would hurt your ass. I've got DQ on this one. Calling DQ on this one. Is this live or is it taped? I don't even know at the moment whether these are getting taped. And we're going for the twist of something. Nice. He's been doing that for years, Michael Cole. I love Jeff's swantons these days because he literally just... It used to just be a case that he'd do the flip and do the... Oh, here comes Sheamus at the bar. He's redeemed himself from last week. He actually has a Guinness this time. Hey, Jeff Hardy picks up the win despite the distraction. I never understood why they get distracted when somebody comes up on the Titantron or up on the screen. You just crack on. You just crack on, do the swanton, turn around and go, "Fuck her off." What do you think? What do you guys think of these two at the moment? I said it last week on the review that Cesaro can team with anybody and make it great. I'm calling rematch at Extreme Rules. Tables match. It's got to be. Nothing against Sami Zayn, because I love the guy. But I think these two are better without him. Hey guys, whilst you're here, by the way, I will plug this only a couple of times, but it's always nice. It's always nice. Drop a little subscribe to the channel, and I think a fun little alert thing will come up on the screen. I actually don't know if it does work, so if you are here watching this right now and you aren't subscribed to the channel, then please just press subscribe so I can see if the thing comes up, because I actually don't know if it does or not. I did a little test on before I started streaming, but I actually don't know if it works in real life. I don't know. So hit that subscribe button and we'll find out. I am all here for Sasha Banks' new theme. No Bailey? Oh, there she is. I love the fact that we're getting WWE theme songs on Spotify and Apple Music now. Consistently. I think we're getting one every single week. So today we had Liv Morgan. Oh, here comes Nikki Cross. The intensity in here. Good God. I'm actually looking forward to Extreme Rules this year. Might be good. I still don't understand it's the horror show tag. That's still weird to me. But you gotta take whatever you can get. It's not actually been that bad of a start to SmackDown this week. Could it be that we get 2 decent SmackDowns in a row? That's a big ask. It is a big ask, really, isn't it? I don't remember the last time we had 2 good SmackDowns in a row. Probably back when it was SmackDown Live. Ah, hello, Foul. How you doing, buddy? Anybody else that is hanging around, if anybody else is hanging around, Foul is a good dude. Have a good night, buddy. He's a good dude. Just comes in to say hi. Just comes in to say hi. Go and check out Foul stuff as well, by the way. Not now, because you're watching this. But now, Fowler's a good dude. I'm drinking too much. I'm going to need a pee at some point. What do people do on live streams when they need to go to the toilet? I'll give it the Drake Maverick treatment, where off camera, I might not be wearing pants right now or trousers. I am from the UK, so yes, it is trousers, not pants. Pants. But I am actually I'm wearing jeans, which is even. I'm complaining about the heat in there, and I'm wearing feckin' jeans. I don't know what's wrong with me sometimes. Oh, I hate adverts. I hate adverts so much. Good God. Good thing is, I'm watching this on BT Sport in the UK, and we're starting to get adverts for live sport coming back, and that's really good to see. I haven't actually bought anything off the WWE shop for a very long time. I honestly don't know the last t-shirt that I bought. No idea. I mean, it might have been an NWO t-shirt. What the fuck is Dana doing? What are you doing? What's that got to do with karaoke? I thought that was a piss take. I didn't realize that this karaoke thing was a real thing. Let alone the fact that that constitutes as karaoke, because I'm sure as hell that it doesn't. What the fuck? Sorry. So we found our... we found the part of the show that's going to be absolutely dire. Or it could be a lot of fun. Or a combination of the two. Okay, so while we're watching this match, whether it's on in the background or you focus on me or the other way around, doesn't matter. I just want to throw out a huge kudos to the women's division right now, because this is across Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. And especially Sasha Banks and Bayley, the women of WWE, and you can even go as far out to AEW as well, are the MVPs of lockdown wrestling. Genuinely. Bayley and Sasha Banks every single week, a number of times, because now they're on Raw, SmackDown, NXT as the women's tag team champs. They are killing it every single time they're on camera. Every single time, without fail. Whether it's in a match, whether it's in a promo segment, whether it's in a video package, doesn't matter. They are absolutely killing it. And then you get everybody that's linked to them. So Tegan Nox and Shotzi over on NXT benefited from Sasha and Bayley. Nikki Cross, right now, benefiting from them. Alexa Bliss as well. The Iconics. Charlotte. Asuka. Kairi Sane. Admittedly, while saying all that, I've also just realized we have a karaoke showdown with the women's division tonight. So, well, but again, like that could be a really good segment. I doubt it, but it could be a really good segment. It could be one of those so bad that is good. And it'll feature the women of WWE. They are running the place. They are running the place. It's great to see. It is great to see. What are your thoughts on on Bayley and Sasha Banks at the moment. Do you think that they should? Do you think they should carry on this feud past SummerSlam, or do you think we're at a point where we need to end it? Personally, I'd love this thing to continue all the way to WrestleMania. They are killing it far too much at the moment. It just wouldn't make sense. But you guys might be different. Where's Nikki gone? Why is she humping the title? What the fuck is she doing? That crazy Scotswoman. Crazy, crazy. Would you buy into Nikki Cross? It's not going to happen at Extreme Rules. But would you buy into Nikki Cross being the women's champion? I would. I don't think she's ready for it now, but... And we're back in adverts again. My favorite thing. I actually don't know what we have on SmackDown. We've got a karaoke showdown. Have the tag title match. Do we have anyone else? I don't know. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Just getting those plugs in. Bringing people into the chat. That's what it's all about. Get people in the chat. So while we're in this advert, and we have, I don't know, I'm assuming some people are in here. Maybe I'm being humble. Don't know. What are you thinking of the show so far, guys? Alyssa, hello. Thank you for subscribing today. I got the notification up, so thank you for hitting that subscribe button and joining the Dits on YouTube channel. I don't know. See, I'm really enjoying the Monday Night Messiah character. I think it's a little. It's nice to see him doing something different because that babyface run was wearing thin. I mean, we all kind of have that feeling around that Bray Wyatt feud where it just killed any momentum he had after beating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Like, he was on a high, and then suddenly he started linking up with Becky on TV, and that relation came to the front of WWE TV and exposed the babyface side of Seth and just killed any momentum he had. And then the Bray Wyatt feud, which more or less just destroyed it. So I think I needed a heel turn, and the Monday Night Messiah character is perfect for it. However, when he was the architect post-Shield and the Authority heel, I don't know which one's better. I honestly don't know which one would be better, because I loved Seth Rollins in the Authority. I thought he was fantastic, and I think as part of the Monday Night Messiah, he's also great. So it's a tough one. And it's early days with the Messiah character as well. It's early days. But speaking of heel characters in WWE, Bayley has finally come into her own as a heel character. This is what she should have been the whole time. Because when she was a moody, just just a moody character who came out and rocked. She rocked like makeup and hair that made her look like 20 years old. It was weird. I don't know what the hell was going on with that. And then gradually over time, she kind of moved away from that just moany, moody person, heel character, to what we see now. Just some obnoxious arse, basically. And we got a lot of thanks for Sasha on that front. I know a lot of people saying that Sasha is the lackey in this partnership, but I don't see it that way. Sasha's the one that went against Io a couple of weeks ago. I say a couple of weeks ago, it was only last week. And put on a good match. I don't think a lackey does that. And here is a question. Bayley or Sasha? I can't believe we haven't had Alexa Bliss in some kind of singles rivalry. Nice, like that. You couldn't actually go 3 months in WWE at one point where Alexa Bliss wasn't winning women's titles or holding them. Is this for the titles? I don't know. I don't think it is. I assume not. And there's a feud of the year so far. Bayley and Michael Cole. Love Bayley. Don't like Michael Cole. So it works for me. Whenever I see Nikki Cross on TV, it makes me miss Sanity a little bit, you know? They were so good. In NXT, anyway. Not SmackDown. They got ruined on SmackDown. With Nikki Cross really the only surviving member on SmackDown. I think, did Eric Young get released? I think Eric Young got released. Killian Dane's in NXT. And Wolf's over in NXT UK. So Nikki is the survivor here. Boom. Match recommendation. I'll be full of these on these watch-alongs because I can't fill time commentating on a match. I'll just bring other matches into the equation. And it's such an obvious one to go to, but it's so amazing that it should never ever be overlooked. Oh, you naughty heel, Bayley. Bayley Sasha pick up the win. Anyway, go and watch Sasha Banks versus Bayley NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 1 for the NXT Women's title. Amazing match. In our latest podcast episode of the Dits on Wrestling podcast, episode 53, episode 54, whatever it is, Ant and I's top 5 matches. Sasha versus Bayley, Takeover Brooklyn was my second favorite. But what was my first? Go check that out and find out. Alyssa, you can't hate Sasha Banks' new theme. It's an absolute jam. To be fair, I do prefer the old one. The old one's actually in my gym playlist. It's great. I don't know if you've heard it. There's I got hit by a Bray Wyatt. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard it. There's a piano version of Sky's the Limit on Spotify by CFOS when they were doing music for WWE. So Alyssa, go and check that out because it's literally just piano of Sasha Banks' original theme. It's amazing. From BTTV. I'm really enjoying SmackDown tonight. I didn't think I was going to. I thought I was going to do this watch along and it was going to be terrible and I could just take the piss out of the thing all night and it's not going that way. It's building me up to that karaoke showdown. That's what it is. I hate adverts. I'm going to say this every time they come on. I hate adverts. Commercials. Hate them. I need some picture-in-picture. I mean, whenever we hit adverts, I'll just put my own advert on. So you don't have to watch me, unless we're like deep in chat, which would be great. So this is early days for the live streaming on this channel. Eventually, I'd like to think that this thing is going to grow, where we have quite a few people in the chat at any one time. So there's that level of flow. But at the moment, you probably just awkwardly watch me watching adverts, which it means nothing to you. I'm just watching a Deliveroo advert right now. Amazing. Let's comment on that. I'd love to see Naomi face Bayley again. I think Naomi's really good, but she tends to dip in and out of pushes in WWE to no fault of her own. But she is in that karaoke showdown tonight. So maybe that's the start of things to come. Karaoke showdown, Jesus Christ. Where's that come from? I feel like I might be missing out on something there. WWE Battlegrounds. I actually played 2K20. Just random. I suppose it's not random because there's a WWE video game on TV right now, so it makes sense. It's relevant. I actually played 2K20 for the first time today. I actually really liked it. I had one glitch, and that was it through the whole thing. This looks fun. And I will likely get it. I'm all for arcadey action. It's got that whole All-Stars feel to it. If you ever played that. When's this out? I guess it's a stupid question he's about to tell me. September 18th, 3 days after my birthday. Oh, yes. Are you ready for a nap time? I am. I'm tired. Soon. Why are they calling it the horror show? That's not good. Oh, God. We're really watching this. And this is a friendship that'll never, ever end. I love Bray Wyatt. I love Firefly Funhouse. I love everything about it. I love this music. I love everything. I don't enjoy watching this match again. Why? I get that we've got... apparently there's a lot of people out because of the COVID stuff. And they probably have to fill some time with this, but... Why are we watching this? Funnily enough, SmackDown takes a slight dip when we're not showing stuff that's actually on SmackDown. I'm not into Braun as Universal Champion. I'm really not. Doesn't do anything for me whatsoever. It just came out of nowhere. Like, it was a last-minute replacement for Reigns. I honestly just cannot buy into it. Why is this on? Why is this on? There we go. Sorry, I was getting a plug out there. I can't multitask. Hey, we got... I guess we just have to kind of... Oh, sorry. Getting comfy. I guess we have to kind of roll with this. And... enjoy it, I guess. Enjoy. I really hope that this swamp fight match, whatever it is that they've got going on in Extreme Rules, is actually decent. So I think I'm really hot in here, but Bray in that jumper, he's got to be sweating up a storm. I'm actually having like really bad flashbacks of that really bad Money in the Bank match this year. It was awful. I honestly really don't want to watch this. It's so annoying. Why is this here? Why is this a thing? I don't want to watch this. Put something else. Put SmackDown on. Good God. It's paining me. It's paining me. Somebody say something in the chat. Let's just talk. I'm going to ignore this match from now on. I'm bored of it. Let's get in the chat. Let's talk some stuff. I can't be doing with this anymore. It's paining me. It really is paining me. Oh. You can do it! Cut his fucking head off! Good God. Could we not have just advanced the feud by just having something fresh on TV, on SmackDown? On SmackDown, the thing that we're supposed to be watching right now. To build this feud up. We had a video package last week. And this week we have a recap of their Money in the Bank match, which says to me that one of these two guys has had some kind of COVID-related thing. This match wasn't long, was it? This match wasn't long at Money in the Bank. I really hope it wasn't long, because let's just get back to SmackDown. Please. Please. One thing that is fun that I'm looking forward to seeing at Extreme Rules is Colt Bray coming back. So there is that. There is a silver lining to all of this. Potentially. Ooh. And advert break. So we have an advert break to the to the match we don't want to watch. Come on. It's painful. Painful. Extreme. £14.95 to buy Extreme Rules here in the UK. That advert just came up then. Or you can just get the WWE Network for $9.99. I actually think Sasha and Bayley now are doing a better job than Charlotte and Becky Alyssa. I do agree. Because I think Charlotte was being used too much, and that was just annoying everybody. And I think Becky Lynch's whole momentum was starting to fade a little bit towards the end of her run, before she went away to focus on her pregnancy. But I think I've always preferred Sasha and Bayley over Charlotte and Becky. So naturally, I do agree with you. Hey, let's see if we can get a trailer in here. I don't know if this is going to work. This is literally going to kill the stream. Kill the stream. I hope it doesn't kill the stream. Oh. It won't kill the stream, will it? I hope it doesn't kill the stream. Ooh. No, we're still good. Playing around with settings. Don't do that, Dits. Don't do that. It's not big and it's not clever. You know what? If we have this match going on again. Oh. Choke slam. Boom. There we go. That actually worked. Technical wizardry there. I actually managed to keep the chat open and everything. Just because I'd rather do anything than watching this Money in the Bank match. Or match from Money in the Bank, should I say. I never thought I would say that I want SmackDown to come back on. Oh. Why is that mask broken? Good God. That's nice. We're going to get more of this bizarre stuff in the swamp fight, I'm sure. Good God. That's nice. That's a nice hug. That's nice. Oh. Love for Braun to bring back that swampy hair that he used to have. It'd fit into this nicely. Oh. Oh. This is where he slips on the mask, isn't it? Oh, oh no, he does. He just kicks it away. Oh my God. Right, match over. Let's get back to SmackDown. Let's do it. Did he do it on his own, though? Reigns pretty much helped him out by deciding to stay at home for COVID, which is very sensible in hindsight. Right. Away from Money in the Bank. Let's grab this and throw it away. Jesus. Come on, I want to watch the karaoke showdown. Come on. Let's get it on. That's what it's all about. That's what we're all here for. New Day. They did. I love these two. How far off is Woods now? Because it can't be that far off, surely. WWE World Tag Team Champions. New Day rocks. I can't believe they've been together for like 5 or 6 years. It's insane. Why? Tamina is in Karaoke Showdown. Holy shit. Why is that a thing? I don't understand. Adverts are back, by the way. Love adverts. Ric Flair in an advert, actually. Wooing and dripping and all that good stuff. I honestly think the Money in the Bank match there just completely derailed SmackDown. Which is a shame. Because I was enjoying it. But now we have a karaoke showdown. Huh? It's going to be good. Maybe. It's not going to be good, is it? It's going to be absolutely dreadful. We could do karaoke on here. You throw a song in the chat and I'll sing it for you. Do some karaoke. I'm not doing it. God. Is there any other wrestling on a Friday night? I don't know what... Impact? Is that a Friday night thing? Oh, you don't know? I really hope this Extreme Rules show ends up being decent. I really hope, actually, that this karaoke showdown goes horribly wrong and they book a rematch for the pay-per-view. That's what Extreme Rules needs. It needs Tamina belting out Bohemian Rhapsody. That's what it needs. WWE, if you book that, forget this whole WWE versus AEW mentality, because WWE will win the war. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Here we go. Back into SmackDown. Come on. Back into SmackDown. And back into the karaoke showdown with the Usos. Or one of. This is going to be horrendous, isn't it? This is going to be really bad. The first and last karaoke showdown on SmackDown. I have a feeling they're singing WWE theme songs. Here we go, yes. He's going to give this to Naomi, obviously. This is going to be so... What is this going to be? If she sings her own song... Oh. Oh, good God. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, Lacey! She's got the voice. She's got a country voice, hasn't she? I'm here. I'm here for this karaoke showdown, baby. Oh, it's gone horrible there. Oh, that's it. Okay, that didn't end well. Okay, this is gonna be... She's singing Honky Tonk Man. Okay, she's got the hips for it. What the fuck is this? I'm with you, Oos. That was fucking dreadful. This is fucking shit. Oh, Tamina. The goat. Tamina the goat is about to bust some shit right now. Oh. Oh my goodness. She didn't even sing. Like, you can't even sing with the fucking thing. Oh my god. Sister from another mister. I like that. I tell you what. Here we go. How many people on Twitter right now are going mental and saying this is a WWE way of hitting back at AEW by playing Dusty's theme and singing it? It's just a common man. They will say this entire karaoke showdown segment is purely to get back at Cody. Oh, God. It's only about 45 minutes ago I said the women were saving wrestling at the moment. They are saving it, aren't they, really, with this? Good God. Good God. I'm going Lacey. I'm going Lacey. Oh, you suck. She barely sang a line, so Tamina's out. Of course it's going to be Naomi. Unbelievable. Oh. 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 I agree, Lacey. You have been wronged. Oh, the heels are off. Shit is going down. And then we go to an advert. Good God. Well, that was fucking terrible. In a good way, though. In a good way. Tell you, Lacey's robbed. Here we go. Let's throw out a tweet. How many AEW marks will say this is a dig? Was I can't believe that's the tweet is out. The tweet is out. I'm going to get a lot of complaints for that. I know. Well, anyway, how many people expected to ever see a karaoke showdown in WWE? Not your boy Dits, that's for sure. Terrible. Admittedly, I never want to watch that again. Although, if we had to have a guy's version of the karaoke showdown, Otis would go in there. Eric or Ivar, one or the other, would go in there. Fandango. Who could be the fourth? Who could be the fourth of the current? Randy Orton. Just for shits and gigs. Get Randy Orton in there. I bet he'd sing a glowing rendition of Burning My Light. His original theme song. Well, technically not his original theme song. His first non-generic WWE theme. By No Mercy Drive. I actually prefer that to his new one, but there you go. With the obnoxious Sasha Banks and Bayley. Raw looks good. This has no context to me, however. I haven't watched Raw this week. I need to catch up. I'm watching SmackDown before I watch Raw, which never happens. Ever. So we have Naomi versus Lacey Evans, and they're riddling it up with no footwear on. I mean, I guess it feeds into the, impromptu match. They're not in ring gear, especially Lacey. Seeing her wrestling that is so weird. It's like watching Mary Poppins. Yeah, the tweets are already coming in, the responses for the AEW one I put out. Jesus. Oh, Dana. Oh, sass on you. Oh, there you go. Dana's in. Tamina's in. And attacking Dana for no reason. What the hell is going on? SmackDown was actually good. And then we get a rewatch of Bray and Braun. And then this, which is now thankfully finished. There we go. Oh, God. AJ Styles. Why are they... Why... I agree, AJ. Why? Right, why are they giving all these matches on TV? You got the tag team title match tonight. Your AJ versus Riddle for the IC title next week. There's a pay-per-view coming up. Put it on there. Yeah. That's so annoying. Well, it's not, because we get to watch it regardless, but You have a pay-per-view. Where's your mask? Where's your mask? Unless I don't know the actual. I've read something about it earlier about AJ's claim that Heyman is a liar. There was something going around about AJ being bullied on Raw, and that's why he moved to SmackDown. But I don't know. I don't actually know the ins and outs. The place I actually read the article was Fightful. So if you go on the Fightful website, I think all the answers are on there. But I don't really know what he was referring to. Turns out AJ Styles says a lot of shit on his mixer. Gotta be careful. Obviously, it doesn't really matter now because Paul Heyman isn't in any backstage position. He's completely a on-air personality, which reminds me, Brock Lesnar is still a thing. And we haven't seen him since WrestleMania. So that's what, May, June, July. 3 months we haven't seen Brock. I said we never. We're not going to see Brock for a while. I actually really like Brock. And I'd like to see him wrestle at SummerSlam, but I don't think it's going to happen. Why? I mean, I guess why would he bother rocking up? You know, he doesn't really stand to gain anything really. He can stay at home with Sable on his little farm, wherever he lives, and just rake in that WWE dollar, that Vince McMahon dollar, for doing nothing. Fair play to him. However, I would still like to see him wrestle at SummerSlam. The amount of adverts I see for Greyhound, it's like a World War II thing, with Tom Hanks, exclusive to Apple TV, which is annoying because obviously my profession is based around that, so I would like to see it. I'm seeing that advert about 6 times tonight. It's wearing thin. Wearing thin. Now I don't really like to call out I don't really like to call out matches to end with DQ or countouts or shenanigans or whatever, but I really hope this one does, and that we get them at Extreme Rules. Much like AJ Styles and Matt Riddle. That would be nice to have at Extreme Rules instead of TV. Like, what is the card? What is the card? Let's have a look. No doubt we're going to get an entrance in a minute, so let's just have a quick look at the Extreme Rules card. Extreme Rules 2020. Here we go. Let's have a look. Internet is fast as ever. Right, here we go. Matches. Okay, so we have 6 matches on the card. Drew versus Dolph, Asuka Sasha, Bayley Nikki, Braun Bray, Ray Seth, and Apollo MVP. Okay, maybe there might be no place for them. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I didn't realize there was that many matches actually booked. Anywho, back to SmackDown. I think Charlotte and Tessa would be a bigger draw than Ronda versus Tessa, because I think Charlotte and Tessa are more comparable, and they both have that wrestling lineage. So I think that would be the bigger draw. I really like Greg Hamilton as a ring announcer. Might be biased because he's from NXT and I love NXT. If you didn't know. Nakamura. Another match recommendation for you. Nakamura's debut match in WWE against Sami Zayn at NXT TakeOver Dallas. Again, part of the latest Dits on Wrestling podcast episode where we talk about our top 5 matches, Ant and myself. Yes, Shinsuke Sami featured in my top 5, but where did it feature? Go check out the episode and find out. Clever plug. It's not really. Okay, so we're on 15 minutes left for this show to run, so we should get a decent amount of time in this match. Shinsuke Kofi was good last week. Has to be said. Was very good last week. In fact, last week's SmackDown was really good for wrestling in general. We had Riddle Morrison, AJ Gulak, Bayley Alexa, and then Shinsuke Kofi. I think that was it, actually. But they were all good matches last week. And this week, the matches have been decent as well. So, not as good as last week, but decent enough. I'm not counting Bray and Braun. I refuse to count that. So here's a prediction for this match. I think there's going to be I think that at some point a table is going to be introduced. And we're going to have a tables match on the pre-show at Extreme Rules. Having seen the card and realizing there's probably not much room for another match on there. How many matches are usually on a pay-per-view at the moment? Let's find out. What was the previous? Backlash. Here we go. How many matches were on Backlash? Let's have a look. 7. There were 7 matches on Backlash. Randy Orton and Edge went for 44 minutes. That is nuts. Okay, so yeah, Backlash had 7 matches, but The main event went for 44 minutes. So you could break that down into 3 matches. So you could actually have 9 in the same amount of time that was given to Backlash. So there is room. There is room to have the IC title and the tag title match on the main show at Extreme Rules. Unbelievable. Adverts again. Adverts again. I need a picture-in-picture thing here. I know for a fact Americans get picture-in-picture because I've seen it. I'm sure I have. Remember when I said there was a World War II Tom Hanks advert that I've seen quite a lot this evening? Well, I'm currently on the 7th time that has come on. So, yeah. Men with hair. As you can see, I don't have much hair. It's why I wear caps generally, but it's an absolute sauna in here. I'm wearing a hoodie, I'm wearing jeans in a room which is 9 times out of 10 one of the hottest rooms in the house anyway. I don't know what that's got to do with hair. I don't know what it. It's 10 to 3 in the morning, guys. Don't forget, whilst you're here, subscribe to the channel because I'll be doing live streams more often. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and you're currently watching this right now, press subscribe. I don't care if you unsubscribe straight away, just press it once because I want to see if this little alert that I've got set up comes on the screen. And here's me keeping an eye out for it. Here we go. Back to some action. Top 5 podcast in France a couple of months back. Fact. Random fact, but it's still a fact. Whoever's on the WWE social media team is probably absolutely incensed by my constant posts about this stream. Oh well. And by the way, this is just something that I was thinking of doing in the very near future. Whoever that is that has just jumped in, because I actually now can see the views of people coming in. Someone's just jumped in now. If you're not subscribed to this channel, just quickly press subscribe. If you don't want to stay subscribed, you can press unsubscribe afterwards. Press subscribe now because I want to see if the alert I set up earlier actually works. I will not be offended if you subscribe and then unsubscribe straight away. I just want to see if the alert works. So fire that subscribe button and just see if it comes up. I'll keep my eye out for it. Oh my, I really, really hope that we get a Big E singles push. He had his moment in the, well, I say moment in the sun. He was IC champion like 6-7 years ago, which is insane to think that much time has passed since then. But Big E has so much going for him. He's got the look, he's got the moveset, he's got the power game, he's got the personality. He can play a babyface, he can play a heel. He's a larger than life character. There's absolutely no reason that Big E couldn't be the big star in WWE. And the same goes for Woods. I love Xavier Woods. In fact, you look at everybody in this match. Cesaro should have been world champion years ago. I spoke about this on the SmackDown review that I did last week. I think that moment has passed, which is a shame. We're not going to get to that point. But he could have easily been world champion. He's got that ability. Shinsuke Nakamura, again, I mean, he's been NXT champion, so I guess that counts to me. But could have been WWE champion. Had Booking been on his side and he didn't have a fascination with AJ Styles' testicles, he would have been a shoo-in for WWE champion. Kofi's already had his run as WWE champ. And then Big E. Remember when Nakamura did that move on Cena and he pretty much nearly died? Out he goes. I'm starting to think here that Nakamura and Cesaro are actually going to win this. I said this would have shenanigans and a shitty finish. And there's going to be a table. There's going to be a table. Wait for it. The announce table doesn't count. That's not what I was talking about. That's not what I was talking about. Wait for it. Here we go. And there it is. There we go. Table match. Extreme Rules. I called it last week, and I called it today. Predictable. But I'm not complaining. But who's going through the table, huh? Who's going through the table? Like, you know when there's a TLC pay-per-view or an Extreme Rules. Yeah, any gimmick pay-per-view that's coming up, you know it's going to happen because of stuff like this. We don't see a table for 2 or 3 months in WWE. And then suddenly they start coming out as if they're trying to tell us something. Oh, there you go. Nice. Good spot. I actually thought he was going to go like that then and throw up the bar. Did Kofi hit head first then? Oh, no. It looks right. It looks right. Table match, Extreme Rules. Called it. And there we go, guys. That was SmackDown. SmackDown just redeemed itself slightly with that ending there. Because, let's be honest, it's not been the best SmackDown, but it's not been the worst either. It was actually going really well up until Bray and Braun showed up, and then we had that karaoke showdown, which admittedly I did enjoy. Lacey's Lacey's song, and Dana's to some extent, and Tamina wasn't. Yeah, I mean that segment was just an absolute shit show. But so it was so bad it was good. But then we actually finished off with a decent match, and hopefully that means it's set up for Extreme Rules that we do have a table match, and they're not just going to turn around and go, "Oh, next week on SmackDown we have a tables match for the tag titles." No, Extreme Rules is around the corner. Like I said, looking at the Backlash card, there's plenty of room, because on the Backlash card, like I said, there was 7 matches on there, but one of those matches went for 44 minutes. So that one match alone you could split easily into 2 or 3 matches. So fingers crossed we get the tag titles on the main show, and potentially we'll get the IC title on the main show as well. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, SmackDown was okay. SmackDown was okay. And this is just something that I'm throwing out there because it's, if you're still here watching this now, or you're catching the replay and you've made it all this way, just let me know in the comments or in the chat. I do have a Patreon, which is there. Literally just go onto Patreon and put Dits on Wrestling in, and there I'll be. If you're actually interested in any like post watch-along content, I will happily jump on Patreon and do like a post-show live stream exclusively for patrons. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, then just shout in the comments, shout in the chat, and we'll make it happen. This is where one person hops on, because there are tiers, obviously. I think I've got like $1, $2, and $3. I don't think I've got there are no mass amounts. No mass amounts in it. This one person signs up to Patreon, the tier that allows additional live stream content on Patreon. It is literally just a one-on-one chat. I might as well just call you on Skype and just talk about wrestling with you. It'd be very awkward. But I do it because you'd be a patron. That's what it's all about. So, Patreon is not something I plug on social media or anything. I just happen to have it on here because I wanted another thing down there. Because I don't really do Instagram and I don't do Facebook. So I was like, I need a third thing. And I was like, oh, I do have a Patreon page. Nobody's giving me money on it. But I do have a Patreon page. But if you do want to support the channel, support the Dits on Wrestling podcast, support the whole Dits brand, if you will, then just head over to Patreon, and on, like, generally anything that is thrown my way will be greatly appreciated. But of course, I wouldn't force you into doing anything like that. But there is exclusive content up for grabs if you do so. So there you go. Make your informed choices. Make your informed choices there. But of course, subscribe to the channel. You're already here. Subscribe to the channel. You're going to be getting live watch-alongs every single week and live reviews as well. So I think NXTs are going to be watch-alongs from now on, just because of work. And then Friday nights we'll have some SmackDown live reviews again. I don't know. I don't know what I prefer, doing watch-alongs or live reviews. Watch-alongs, I don't know. The watch-along was quite fun. Because we get to hang out in the chat. Like Alyssa, you've been here all night, which has been great. Don't like Lacey Evans' gimmick just as we're starting to close off here, Lacey Evans, is a former Marine. She was a Marine. Okay, so I get where they're coming from with this sassy Southern Belle thing. I get it, because it kind of links to the poster girls for soldiers in World War II or even Vietnam. But move her away from that and have her just focus on this Marine stuff a little bit more, because I think she's briefly touched on it a few times. She does acknowledge it. That she was a former Marine. I'm not saying send her down to the ring in full military gear and tanks and rockets and missiles and nukes and all that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying send her down in camo, but just have her feed into that just a little bit more. I'm not a fan of the sassy Southern Belle stuff. I've warmed to Lacey Evans a lot since she came up on the main roster. I didn't really like her to begin with. Didn't like her in NXT either, to be fair. But I think leaning into that US Marine side of things will actually do her a lot of good. So you never know. We may end up going down that route. But So anyway, that kind of did feed into my point, actually. So the watch-alongs, I have this interaction, which is good. Whereas the live review is literally just me talking. I mean, there is a chat element to the live review as well, but it's not like this. So, hey, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, looking at the time here, 2 hours and 6 minutes. If you've stuck around for 2 hours and 6 minutes, then kudos to you, and a big thank you to you as well. So I'm going to sign off right now. However, before I do, just a huge thank you for checking out the watch along, if you were here for it live, or if you're watching the replay. I think it'd probably be a little bit odd for you to be doing the replay without watching SmackDown at the same time. But hey, each to their own. You might get something out of it. I don't know. But thank you regardless. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video because of YouTube algorithms. I don't know. And hit that little bell so you're notified of any more content that I come out with. I do wrestling content, and of course I do gaming content on this channel as well. But I like to strike a decent balance with it. But I'm going to leave you now with the trailer for GM mode upcoming on the Dits on Wrestling podcast. I'm going to drop that back in again. So check that out. And then once you're done, go back and watch some of my other stuff while you're here. Why not? Do it. Go check out my NXT review from Wednesday night. Go check that out. But until I see you next time on this channel, have yourself a good weekend, and stay safe. That's the important thing, guys. Stay safe. Thank you very much for checking it out. Laters.